I thought the diagnoses were done, but they'll always be the same. Penny for my dots, cause you know I'm tryna change. If I ever took a loss, charge it to the game. When we see guys, we don't slang. Any MC, I put them in the grave. I'ma make them disappear like my name was David Blaine. Flown like I'm Lil Wayne, came the way I'm setting flames. It's funny how niggas...
Anyways, we are... Let's go.
Alright. It's been a minute.
Oh,
You feel rusty doing this, or
nah, I can never feel rusty.
why did this come about?
I was just about to ask, how the fuck did we get here?
Boredom, I guess.
The absolute boredom.
Because what else is to do when you're 30 and living in Ireland at this stage?
Fam.
You live life, you go home,
Fam.
collect.
Especially when you're yappers, just be yapping for no reason.
You still be yapping we still be yapping in the group chat, innit?
But it's not the same.
No, of course it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Of course it's not the authentic human interaction feeling. Like we said, that what we miss the most is just the one-to-one being locker room vibe of doing pod, isn't it?
Yeah, because it was always the bands before the pod, rather than the thing.
Especially when Ron and Beckley were in the room. That's when it goes.
Beckley,
I can never talk too much of that guy. I can't talk too much. He's my guy still.
You don't like that.
Well, it's funny. How are you, anyways?
I'm chilling, man. Let's get straight to the point. Yeah. This doesn't mean we're back.
No, this is far from. You might not. But it's like
this might be the last one ever.
If we're in the mood, we're in the mood. If we're not, you might not hear from us. You know,
bro. Yeah, man.
This is kind of like exactly just like we're just chatting. I said, man, we haven't expressed opinions in a minute.
Yeah,
let's
man.
just do it, man.
We said we'd scratch the itch for other podcasts, and everybody decided to stop.
Let's talk about that.
The one that was left moved to the UK.
Let's talk about that. We said, oh yeah, when we need to pod. At this stage, at one stage, we're doing podcasts like they're building houses in Ireland. Every corner, you are seeing a podcast pop up. Now I'm like, where are the podcasts? Where I think the lads obviously came back after like a 6 months. Well, they said 4 months hiatus.
They went on maternity leave, like
essentially, literally. And then obviously, if I speak GTG are killing it.
Yeah,
but from the UK,
but they relocated.
They've relocated, so they record from there. So we're kind of like. All the podcasts we're relying on to just go say, hey, let me jump on your pod real quick.
You know
they're all gone.
Bro, man.
I think Sharon got engaged. I've never seen any content from her again.
If I speak, he's been missing since.
Bro, I be talking to him and he's like, I'm coming back. It's the end of October. We're going into November next week.
You know what's crazy?
I'm like, yeah.
Our last episode
was the latest episode.
Yeah. And we impromptu decided to fuck it, why not? Like, because you know what it was, yeah. We looked at studio prices, and it's like, hold on, we're not trying to get famous. We're not trying to get out the hood, and I have all the equipment at home. This is easy as fuck, and it's free. And
I actually understand why podcasts had to disappear. The studio price will become ridiculous.
Bro.
I know people are like, oh, but they're your friends, you can ask them. No. Because if you want to use a black business, want to support black business, or not at all. But I just look at the studio price. I was like, there's no way you could do podcasts now. Because when we started, this is how you start. And then you just kept doing it, going.
It was less than this, bro.
Yeah.
But
how are you doing,
man,
though?
I'm chilling, man.
Last time we chat, you just turned 30. We came back from Miami. We did a live show. Mm-hmm. Let's recap. How's it been since?
It's been all right, you know. I've decided, you know, I'm gonna start popping out a little bit more, having a bit more fun.
Okay.
Ironically, well, it's not been in Ireland, but like I've been taking a lot of little trips here and there.
Yeah.
Just doing more shit.
Why'd you decide that?
Cause, bro, you you kind of like you close your eyes, you open your eyes. You're 15 at one point. You close your eyes, you open your eyes. You're 30. It makes no sense.
I'm gonna get into all of this because we'll talk about you first. Yeah,
and it's just kind of like, you know, when you kind of like you keep waiting for things to happen. Like it's like, oh, when I get X, I'll do Y, and then it's kind of like, what if X doesn't come for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then you look back and it's like all those 3 years I did nothing.
It goes quicker.
Did you get what I'm saying? I did nothing. I have no memories. I've known nothing. Whatever. So it's just like, yeah, fuck it. Like at the end of the day, money gonna come back. At the end of the day, all these things are gonna happen. Because
sometimes you're saying you are waiting like the most ideal situation,
bro,
before you do something, and like you're saying, that ideal situation as you're going through the mundane routine of life, 2-3 years have passed. Bro. You're like, what? I'm still waiting for it to be the most ideal, for it to be before I did that thing or before I started this business, and you just and it just get like that point that you made when you're 15 and one day you're 30 and it just goes like this, and you're like, how did this happen?
Bro, like life changes so quickly and so fast, and it's just one of those situations where it's kind of like you know, fuck all that shit. No matter what happens, let's just go have fun. Let's go do shit. You get what I'm saying? Because also, just understanding that. Obviously, I know joke like play. Everybody's fucking getting married, and it's getting to that point where people are looking at you like, "Yo, Didge, like you're a big man. Like we're going for this marriage thing."
Yes. I've been saying it for 3 years.
I haven't done.
Yeah.
That I need to do within the next before I can't do it anymore.
Okay, like have a threesome or some shit. No, okay,
it's on the list.
We're back.
Hey,
okay, no, I get you. He said, "I'm not saying no."
hey, who am I to say no
to that?
To an experience? But yeah, like just certain shit that you're not enjoying it for the last time, but like it's coming to the end.
No, I get you.
Like even when I go out with you, or I go out with like a Bambi or something, and it's like, hold on, you guys are trying to go out 6 a.m. 6 a.m. again. You know I'm going home. I'm not going home to go and rest. I'm going home and my wife is gonna hand me the baby and be like, you were enjoying for the last few months of your kid.
Bro, everything you're saying, yeah, like to begin this podcast is so interesting to me because the conversations you're having with me is the conversation I've had. Like I did a few therapy sessions because apparently they were free at work, so I did like 7 or 8 of them, yeah. And the whole thing about aging and like you blink one day, and before you know it, you're burdened with like not burdened, but like there's an aura of a responsibility. There's a house, there's a kid, and so it's sometimes I think back as like, did I enjoy, especially my college years? And I said this to him, I was like, sometimes I don't feel like I enjoyed those years as much as I needed to because I just felt like I'm just here to get a degree. I'm here to get a degree, but all the in-betweens, I'm like, did I give myself time to actually enjoy it? Because like play, I think back, college was 10 years ago.
Like I graduated 10 years ago, bro.
Graduation was 10 years ago. Starting was even like nearly 15 years ago at that stage.
Starting for me was 13 years ago.
It was like nearly 15 years ago. So I was like play you. And then I started thinking, I'm like, maybe now, because I have those thoughts of like, college was 10 years ago. I felt like at that stage in my life, I didn't enjoy it. I saw it as a mean to an end. I'm here to get a degree so I can carry on with my life. I don't want to disappoint my dad. Yeah. So, but I looked at other people, I was like, maybe I should have enjoyed it more. So I'm having like thoughts now. I was like, am I going to look back in 10 years and say, did I utilize my 30s? Did I enjoy it more, etc.? Like this conversation. But he kind of put the perspective is like, the thing is, in your 30s, life can be, the mundane routine of life can be so packed. Like you're talking about Bambi, it's like, I'm having this fun, but I'm going back to be a father, blah, 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 blah. So some days when you see opportunities to do nothing, you just say like, I'm going to do nothing because I know it's like, my going out to 6 a.m., you can sit in bed and doom scroll.
Yeah.
Till 6 p.m.
The minute I go home, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah. I don't have that luxury. So it's like, then he was to say, don't punish yourself too much for not cramming your schedule apparently. Because I'm like, sometimes I feel like, is this, I don't know if I asked you guys this. I said, what does success look like in 30 to 60? I know what success was 1 to 30, the blueprint that I had to follow.
Yeah. Like the easy part.
Yeah, it was tangible things that you can actually like, oh, there's a tangible thing. There's a house, there's a wife, there's a kid.
Yeah, they laid it all out for you.
Yeah, but now I was kind of wondering like, what does success look like 30 when I'm 60 and I'm looking back for the last 30 years? What would I deem a success? And I started thinking, do I do enough? Do I enjoy life enough? Do I expect? But then he's saying that like, in the next 10 years when your kid is still in these early stages, you're going to feel life is so busy that the minute you have windows of opportunities to do nothing, you're going to take those and not feel bad that you do nothing for. Kind of, it made me feel happier to be like, okay, I shouldn't just be like, okay, it's the weekend, I have to do something. Because I told him I go 5-a-side and I do swimming and I'm doing therapy. He's saying, and you're also working. And it says like you're doing most and more people in your situation do. Some people don't even have the 5-a-side or do the swimming. So, but I always feel like I should be doing more, but I guess
but the thing is like I do hear you, but it was one of those things where you, like you said, I feel the same way about like in my life a lot of the times I look back and wish I had done more. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like one of my biggest fears has always been I don't want to be 60 wishing I had done more.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? And like the thing is like I feel like we spend so much time doing things that we're not going to remember. Like doing nothing is a day. All the days that you've done nothing, you don't remember.
Yeah,
like they just blur into whatever. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
It's like,
that's true.
If you keep living that way, you're going to forget most of your life.
Yeah.
Because most of your life has just been the mundane.
The mundane,
Friday.
yeah.
That's why you got to stick shit in there that is like, okay, I have a memory or remember when we did this or remember when
you
we
have to be
went to
intentional.
Manchester.
That's also
Do you get
true.
what I'm saying? So it's like that's why it's just kind of like
You do have.
that.
You did say you do have to find that balance. You do, because to your point, sometimes I think of like, to a point you're making about Bambi. Sorry, sometimes I think of like the next day. So say for example, to go out today, I'm gonna be out till 4 a.m. My thought is like, okay, is this event worth me feeling like this, having to do life the next day? If it's a match, like you went to a football match with him, I'm like, yeah, because I will enjoy that. But if it's to go out to like no shade L2P and then feel like that the next day, in my head I'm like, is L2P worth me feeling like that the next day? That's sometimes like the answer, and sometimes I should lose that mentality. I should just go and then just feel it the next day. But sometimes I do deep. I'm like, if I drive an hour to town, I go to this event, come back at like 1 a.m. The next day I'm just tired. And does that event even equate to me just feeling shit and still having to be a parent the next day?
But you know what though? I will say,
but sometimes I do have to lose and just go.
I agree with you, but sometimes I think we overestimate the importance of being tired.
Okay, go on.
In terms of like, it's actually okay to be tired. Like you're gonna be tired for that one day, maybe 2 days. Whoop-de-doo.
I love how that went popular again. Apparently that's an Atlanta thing.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No, I've been hearing it for years, and then I heard Cam Newton say this. Oh, this is from Atlanta. I was like, what? Irish people have been saying this forever. Yeah,
but like, so it's just kind of like sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm going to be tired, but fuck it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's okay to be tired. Like obviously, it's different when you have a whole nother life to take care of, and like especially when he's so young as well. It's still like, especially when he's in that phase of like, if it's too quiet for a couple minutes,
bruv, you have to go check what's happening. Yeah,
something is going wrong.
You have to go check what's happening. No, yeah, I wouldn't. It is like most people in life. It's about finding that balance and finding that rhythm of like saying like, okay, I'm going to be tired, but it's okay. Like it's one day that I'm going to be tired, etc. And yeah, there's only one of it. Imagine if there's like, I'm saying this. Imagine if there's 2 or 3. Then you're in trouble.
To be honest, we're waiting. The timer is.
Man said I need to pattern a few things before I even start. Go and start, man. There's, like you said, there's no ideal time to start anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to lose the mentality of having the ideal time to start things. However, I'm still not trying to rush things as well.
Okay,
like
because that's a form of procrastination. Telling yourself this, they say perfection is a form of procrastination.
I'm the biggest procrastinator.
So good, you're like, it's not ideal.
No, because even the thing is, you know what? I procrastinate on things I want to do, let alone the things I don't want to do. Not saying I don't want to get married and all that kind of shit, but yeah. What else happened since then? Oh, I got fired.
All right. Do you want to tell me? There's one part that killed me in this whole situation. Yeah, is when you went back to the recruiter. I died.
Oh no, man!
I couldn't believe. I told Siri, yeah, I was dying. The whole day I was like, nah, like Siri, never believe what happened.
No, because the thing is, that's never happened to me before. That has never happened to me. Okay, so let me break it down. Yeah. So I call it a series of unfortunate events, right? So essentially, I'm not gonna give every single detail, but essentially, what's called perception on me just wasn't great. And like it looked like a lot of things that, even though it wasn't my fault, and it was a combination of like there being a lack of a system, there being a lack of structure and all this kind of shit, and it's kind of like all of that, it ends up looking bad on me. And because everyone was kind of like pointing fingers and shit like that, and once again, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I was perfect, because I wasn't. I made my own mistakes, but it's one of those situations where when I made a mistake, it got not blown out of proportion,
magnified.
It was magnified. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Or if somebody didn't send me something and then I made a mistake off of, well, I didn't make a mistake. I did what the fuck I was supposed to do, but because something wasn't sent to me, and then I wasn't being like, people didn't talk to me. Well, that's one thing. People don't talk to me, right? When I was in that position, people weren't talking to me, so they'd have 1,000,001 conversations above my head about things that they want me to do. Yeah. And nobody would tell me until it becomes urgent. And then now I'm trying to juggle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. And then it's like, oh, you know, the managers and the higher ups don't give a fuck about they don't give a fuck about the itty bitty details. It's just like, oh, it's late. Who's doing it? He's doing it. Okay. Why is he fucking up? Even though they don't have the context of, nobody told me about this until today. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So certain things like that would happen, and then the black tax. So I'm in the office now, there was essentially, right, how it worked was there was a team in Ireland, which was 4 or 5 of us, there was a team in Luxembourg, which there was 2 of them. One was like higher up, and then there was the next one, the manager who I was speaking to. She was a black woman from South Africa, so we're cool, we're tight. Do you get what I'm saying? She like we chat on a good level in it kind of situation. And then there's another team in Jersey or whatever, they're irrelevant or whatever. So one day I'm in the office and I'm chatting with a black woman, like we're just trying to get some shit done because my manager. Let me not start with him because that guy would have got smacked with a laptop. I promise you that, bro. You know it's bad when I need to when he's chatting, I'd have to put the call on mute and be like, this guy's fucking pissing me off, bro. Like, you know when you just want to scream out of anger, but I'm like, I'll put it on mute. After he's finished, yeah, cool. And like, even when your manager's supposed to help you with something,
yeah.
but they're just not helping, and they're just making the situation worse. And then I get frustrated, and I'm not gonna be having this back and forth with you. So I just say, yeah, cool, I'll do it, and I just get off my phone. And this nigga's calling me 10 times a day, like, bro, micromanaging everything all long, bro.
Yeah,
absolutely
micromanagement.
long.
That's one thing I like about my manager now. He's he's so not on you to the case, so you're almost concerned. I was like, does this guy even think I work? Like, you know what I was like, does this guy even know if my work is getting done? That's how much he's not on you. Until something is flagged to him, he's gonna leave you alone. You're like, I could be doing nothing and this guy would never know.
Bro, that would be cool. I had the complete opposite. Man is calling my phone saying, what are you doing today? What are you doing? And I'm like, bro, chill. This shit was getting done before you got here.
Yeah.
Because you got hired like 3 months after me. And it's gonna get done after you.
That's why sometimes I dislike when people get employed in a position of leadership.
Yeah,
because then they always have to prove themselves. If it's a colleague, sometimes like they have no authority over you, bro. So they actually need you. They actually want to lean on you a bit. When someone gets appointed in a position of authority where they have to like prove themselves, it can be irritating.
Man is mad. The word we use is quirky. You know what I'm talking about.
This guy's gonna say he's a retard. this guy.
Yo.
Who's gonna listen to this?
Yeah, we're not posted, are we? We're not posted.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, no.
Who's gonna listen to this?
Man was whatever. Like I believe, and I don't say this about all people because I know because these days everybody has ADHD, everybody's on some spectrum, everybody's something.
Like it's a spectrum, so everybody's just somewhere on it.
No. But these days everybody has everything.
Yeah.
But him, I promise I know he definitely has something. Anyway, so I'm in the office, whatever. I'm chatting to the black woman. We're just getting some work done because my manager was out that week or whatever. So I'm chatting to her. We're just bantering and shit like that. But I'm in the office. I'm not stupid. I'm aware that there's people around me, kind of a situation. I think we were even joking. She was like, "Oh, by the way, if you don't get this done today, you're gonna have to come in tomorrow." I was like, "Look, there's no power on this earth that's making me come in tomorrow. Like, let's be serious." But we're just joking. Like, we're laughing. We're getting through work. Anyways. The next week, my manager calls me and is like, "Hey, what's called? Who you speaking to on Wednesday? Like, did you get into it with anybody?" He's like, "Okay, share your screen, like, or like just show me who you were speaking to." And I'm like, "Why?" And apparently somebody escalated it that I was apparently being rude or getting into an argument with someone on the phone or some shit like that. And I'm just like,
oh my days,
excuse the fuck out of me.
Oh my days.
First of all, you guys think I care enough to get into an argument with anybody?
At work.
When there's 40 people around me, bro.
I don't actually care about employment that much to argue with you about it. As long as you're not being rude, I'm not going to argue with you.
Bro, that's why even with my manager, I would just put myself on mute and just try and get off the call because I know we're not going to go anywhere and I'm not bothered arguing with you, kind of a situation. So anyways, I called the woman the next day and I was like, "Oh, apparently I'm like arguing with you or bullying you or some shit." And then she was like, "Don't get me started." They pulled her into a meeting and I was like, "Oh, is everything okay? Is there anything you need to tell us?" God. Like, "Oh, was it just being rude to you? Blah 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 blah." And she's looking like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
Perception sometimes is the hardest thing to shift when it's already shifted the other way, and people already want to believe, and then they all get together and believe that perception. It's that confirmation bias each other of one perception.
Bro, and then you know what happens as well. It's kind of like, because everything is happening so quickly in there and there's so many things happening, and then obviously our client wasn't helping because he's one of those ones that he'll call you this morning and say, "I need this to be done, do it 20 minutes ago." So now everything is super urgent. Everything
for him is priority. Everything can be priority.
And then having a manager that the minute there's anybody chases anything or anybody says anything, he's on me. Like, you know those people that they can't handle pressure. It was just a bunch of that. And then they were like, "Oh, my attendance." But with my attendance, it was one of those situations where At the interview they said I have to be in 2 days a week, which is cool.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then I'm chatting to my manager. This was my original manager before I got the second one in. I was chatting to my manager like, yo, what on? And he's like, to be honest, because he lives far, he's like, to be honest, if we all come in 1 day a week, everybody coming on the same day, that's fine. And sometimes on that 1 day, I'll be like, oh, I've got a flight to catch and I'm booked a half day or something. And he's like, oh, just don't bother coming in, it's fine. But obviously, the big only black boy in the whole office, it's obvious when I'm not around. So I'm hearing murmurs that at the summer barbecue, they're like, yo, does man still work here? So now HR are saying, yo, we got to extend his probation because he's not coming in. But then nobody had said this. Like, it goes back to talking to me. There was no 1, 2, 3 warning. There was no anything. It was just straight to, he doesn't come in. He has to come in and you're trying to be different and blah, 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 and whatever. So I'm just like, yeah, cool, I'll come in. Like, it's not a problem. So once again, it just a series of unfortunate events. However, now that I've gone, and I think they thought everything was going to be blissful when I left, it's gone to shit. So fuck you.
Now tell them about when you were about to the recruiter.
Oh, yeah. So then obviously now I'm back in the job market. I'm doing my thing. I'm hustling like I'm doing. So I hit the recruiter and I'm like, yo, you know what? Let me even read it word for word, verbatim what I said to this man. And what's this chop's name again? Oh,
I will tell you guys to comment, like, and subscribe, but I don't care for all that.
Bro, this has nothing to do. We don't care about all that. So I hit him like, oh, hey, Colin, how are you? His response was, hi, Idris. I hope you're good. I believe things did not work out. Unfortunately, I do not believe I'm the right recruiter to help you with your next move. I wish you well on your search for a new position. Thanks. All I said is, hi, how are you? Yeah, bro. You know what, Jordan, yeah? Maybe I am the problem.
Am I the drama?
maybe I'm the fucked up one.
The bro said, nah. I said, nah, you good.
But to be fair, yeah. To be fair, I saw him
golfing with the guy.
I saw him golfing with my ex-manager, one of the ones that was at the final interviews. Also, if you might have never been fired before, yeah, or you've never been in a tense situation at work, it's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm not that emotionally invested. I'm cool. Either way, I know I'm cool, right?
Yeah.
So I get in there, yeah. There's manager number 1 on the left, manager number 1 on the right, and then the person that always kills me is HR. Because
they don't even want to be here. They hate these situations. This is a part of their job. They're like, oh, maybe just send emails, man.
The one thing I'm happy about is that they did it. My meeting was at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
It was at 10 a.m. so I wasn't there long. Do you get what I'm saying? So anyways, I sit there now and this guy starts chatting and he's like, oh, you know, what's called, I just felt like you and the company right now just aren't fit. We're looking for something, but it seems like it's just not working out, blah, blah, blah. And like, it's not just one thing, it's a bunch of things, blah, blah, blah. Cool. And then he hands it over to me and he was like, oh, like, no, then he throws it to HR. And she just said, yeah, you know, because they're trying to be politically correct. So, you know, protect the company, all that kind of shit. And just chatting nonsense, whatever. And then it's like, yeah, do you have anything to say? And I'm just like, what's the point of this? Because I didn't say this to them. Because I just looked at them and I was like, if we're having this conversation, your decision is made already. There's nothing I can say to change your mind. And I looked at my manager, he's like, yeah. And I was like, then I have nothing to say. Like, and one thing they said is like, oh, I wasn't enthusiastic enough about new business. And then I go to him and I was like, okay, wait, so what do you want me to do? Come in and like, hey guys, I'm so excited to be here today.
God. The corporate game is actually, the thing is, we all know it's a game and we all subscribe to it. Why?
We got bills to pay.
Well, let's come in and do the work. Why do we subscribe to the gimmicks and the politics?
Because the thing,
why do we do that part?
The thing about office work is it's all about perception.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the thing is, I'm aware, right? Because one of the things is apparently, like, first of all, and this is why I know it's all about appearances as well, is because one of the things that was like, oh, apparently nobody wants to, these were his words verbatim. Nobody really wants to work, but you're too open about it.
No. That's him acknowledging, we know it's a game and it's politics and it's gimmicks. Can you please lean in?
Wait.
Just lean into what we're doing here.
This is the thing, right? You know me, right? I'm coming in. If you're not my nigga like that, I'm not chatting to you. So it's not like the way they're talking about it is like I come into work saying, oh, why do I have to be here today?
But see, your disadvantage is you're such a small team. So if you're not engaging that way, it's way too obvious. Brother.
Way
too obvious. Whereas if you're in a big team, it's not as obvious.
This is the thing, yeah. So there was 4 of us, right?
Yeah.
There was 4 of us. There was the main boss, there's another woman is where she's like, okay, so there's fund accounting and then there's transfer agency.
Okay.
I do the accounting, they deal with the investor. So like they get all the like documents, make sure that you are who you say you are, passport, all that kind of know your customer kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
So there was a manager for a TA and then there was a girl for TA.
Yeah.
Then there was me fund accounting and then there was the head honcho, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those were the four of us, right? I'm mad cool with the girl from TA who's essentially me and her are the ones doing a lot of the work. Me and her are cool. We chat all day. Like we go for smoke breaks and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't say that I'm coming and not engaging because I do engage. And what's called my main manager, he's always out going to clients, going golf, doing all this kind of shit, traveling. The two managers are hardly ever there. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but the thing is, I'm aware that I look bad when I'm working. Like, I'm in my chair, I'm leaned back, I'm just kind of whatever. You might look at me, and I'm like, I might be texting, put my phone down, do whatever I'm doing kind of a situation. Do you get what I'm saying?
So you don't look like you're working.
But the thing is,
you look too nonchalant.
Yeah, but the problem is, I'm the only one. If I'm not working, it's gonna be evident instantly.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, so it's not one of those situations where it's like like on the other teams, like I might come in and like, I'll do the, hey, how are you? You good? Yeah, how's your weekend? Blah, blah, blah. And I go back to my desk.
Guy, Lindsay does not want to participate in the politics of work when you just, it's a must.
But this is
it's
the thing.
Must.
But this is the thing, yeah. They have this like poor man's pizza thing on I think the Wednesday or the Thursday before every week. I went once, but like obviously like it's not like every time I'm not always in the office, so I'm not gonna go drive all the way to the office for it. But one time
that's why you say they say, oh, you don't come in on a Friday. I say no. Oh, but they give me free donuts. I was like, I could buy the whole donuts. Not pay the petrol.
I paid on petrol and toll. I could buy the whole donuts.
Like, what you mean come in for donuts? Love you, man.
Bro. So it's just kind of like the whole like, oh, you're too open about it. I don't say a peep to any of these people. Do you get what I'm saying? There's might be one person that I say to, but that's my nigga. Like
that's why you have to play the game, bro.
But the thing is like,
you gotta play the politics. But the thing is, corporate game.
I don't know like the person that they want me to be isn't somebody I can even pretend to be.
Oh,
do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like one of the reasons why, once again, verbatim what my manager said to me, one of the reasons why I hired you is because I like how laid back you are.
It's that thing that girl do.
Yeah.
You're so funny. Everything's a joke. It goes from you're so funny to everything a joke to you.
Oh, I can never be serious with you.
Yeah. Sometimes it is your strength can also be the reason that people.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, and apparently because obviously I've had conversations out after I've left, and one of the perceptions is that I just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, when things are going wrong, do you want me to be shouting and crying? Like, what the fuck do you want me to do?
They want to feel connected. So
brother,
if they're panicking, they want you to also be in that panic with them.
Brother, what's the point of me panicking? Like
they want you to feel like, when it's called trauma bonding. They want to. I'm going through this.
I don't want to bond with you.
That's why. That's why they have to say no.
Bro, I don't want to bond with you.
That's why they said.
Fuck your bonding.
That's why they said not this guy. This
bro,
guy can't be
like,
here.
The thing is, you can't tell me that like if I didn't care. There were certain things like, okay, like when something needed to be done for a deadline, I'd stay late. And I wouldn't say people about it. I'd stay late, 7, 8 o'clock, get the work done. Cool. If I said I'm getting this thing to you by tomorrow, I'll stay late and get it to you by tomorrow. That's for me, that's me showing that I care.
I care.
Do you get what I'm saying? But because I'm not doing, hi Stacey, how's your lunch today?
To be fair, that was one of my feedbacks out of 1-to-1, and like they said, yeah, good work, blah 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 blah. They said sometimes you're just too much in isolation. I was like, oh god,
bro.
And mine wasn't even deliberate because mine is like, you guys are in at 7:30. I have to drop my kid to crash, or sometimes I get here at 9, whatever. But I'm getting in, you guys are going for breakfast. So when you guys are coming back upstairs, I'm going for breakfast now because you guys been in early. So it looks like and then you guys go for an earlier lunch, but I just had breakfast, so I'm not gonna go for lunch later. So now it looks like that nigga ain't fuck with us because he's not really like trying to be part of the team. But I'm like, no, we just have different. If I came in at 7:30, I'll go for breakfast with you guys.
Brother,
by the time you mean, you guys only go there for breakfast.
But this is the thing here. Like, you know what it is, yeah? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, fucking no one's listening to this. Maybe white people don't have enough spaces to go make friends outside of work. Because they're like, bro, they're trying to make friends at work, bro. I'm not here to make friends with you, man. The thing is, we would never speak if we were never in this situation.
But if you became friends with them, you could be friends outside.
I don't want to be friends with you. Bro,
I hear that.
You're a 40-year-old, you're a 45-year-old white woman with 5 kids, and you want to talk about what? I don't care about anything you have to talk about. I'm a bingo. I'm trying to have fun. I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about, bro. That's the honest truth.
That's a good point. That's a good point. What do we have in common?
My thing is, right, it's not. I'm not trying to not be friends with anybody. Like, once again, the girl I was working with, she's a white girl. And we're mad cool. Like, we still talk now, and like, I don't even work there anymore.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? So it's
at that point,
I'm just
I get
not forcing it.
No. But there's forcing it, but they just want you to engage with them so badly. I don't know. I don't understand it either. But this is the first time I've not like tried to engage, because the previous place I felt like I was forcing a bit too much. So then I came here and I was like, because mine went in like gradually. It was like I had like actual friends. Those are my dogs. I still talk to them, maybe like 90% of them till today. I'm in a group chat with them. We still chat. The next place I was kind of like, we're cool to work with, but I'm just not connecting with you that way. So then this place I came was like, I ain't gonna force it. But we're not forcing it, and they said, you like to be in isolation too much. God. Bro. So now I'm trying a bit more. I'm trying to sit with them. Luckily, like, sports is just a good outlet, because I watch so much. I just engage in so many sports that there's always one, even combat sport.
Yeah.
Or like, there's always one I can always just be like, that's our crutch.
But this is the thing, yeah. Like, for me, I just don't want to force it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if we end up talking about that, because I'm gonna have small talk with you. I'm never rude about it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm still in the thing saying, oh yeah, what's up? You good? You blah 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 blah. You know, how's this? How's that? Like, I'm still cool with you, but I'm not going out of my way. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it.
And I think that's what the problem is. And then also, it doesn't help that I'm big black. I'm just kind of like, because apparently there was comment about the way I walk.
Damn, those niggas are analyzing you, man. No, they're trying to find something.
Bro.
It's the way he walks. It's the way he walks. It's how he walks. I like that.
Even when they decided to extend my probation, the manager was like, you know what? I feel like there might even be a bit of like a little undertone of racism, just because, like, you know, you're not like a typical Irishman. You don't dress like us. You don't speak like us. Kind
of.
Is
that what they said?
That's what, bro. That's what. Am I? What's called? That's why I fucked with the guy. And then when things started going pear shaped, I still fuck with him kind of, because he's so high up that he doesn't deal with all the whatever. So he's just getting told what's being fed to him. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And then my manager, the one that now became my direct line of management, I know what he's feeding to him, because he's one of those people that everything has to be by the book. Everything has to be bro. He sent me an email. He went to the employee handbook to copy and paste the work from home policy and put it in the email. Because I didn't realize I was on a PIP scheme until I realized I was on a PIP scheme. But
they have to tell you that, though. They do. Well, no, they don't if you're on probation, to be fair. Yeah. Because your probation is basically performance indicator.
So what's called, on the thing, it was like, I had to chase Idris up twice about a payment. Bro, if I tell you what happened, I had the shit under control. I just, like, I was dealt with it. He asked me about it once. And I was like, I'll get back to it, because it's like there's nothing more I can do. I'm in the middle of it, and I've got a bunch of other shit to do. Then he comes back again, like 3 hours later, and I'm like, bro.
That's why I saw someone tweet yesterday, like, about corporate. You always have to keep emails as receipts, because people are waiting to throw you under the bus.
Bro.
You all, like, even if they don't see the follow up, people be like, oh, I followed up on that here. You forward them, waiting for them to reply. I haven't got a reply yet. And that's such a weird game that we're all just playing, that we all know that, like, they're only sending me this email so they can come back to it in case I fuck up. That's the only purpose. They don't even really care about the results. So as long as it's off their conscience, bro. They're like, it's done.
So even with that, So what happened was, I was making a bunch of payments or whatever. First of all, I've never made payments before. Like, it's just something that they just threw on me, because apparently my manager was whoring me out to every team that could have possibly needed me. So I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. So they put me on payments, whatever. And I had to pay one company. I paid them from the invoice that I saw. And then I get an email back from the company saying that, oh, well, they emailed everybody saying, oh, hey, you guys paid $2.5 more than you're supposed to. Why? So then now, everybody sees it. Niggas start going in a frenzy. Fair enough, it's $2.5 I hear it.
Yeah.
Niggas start going in a frenzy. And then they said, hey, this credit note was there. Why wasn't this taken into account? Bah, 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 bah. I said, hold on. Shit, I fucked up. And then I said, hold on, let me actually do some digging. I go through everything. Turns out, they sent me the original invoice. They didn't send me the credit note or the new invoice that was sent. So I did what the fuck I was meant to do. Yeah. So, and the email goes, hey, why wasn't the credit note taken into consideration? Then it goes, oh, how can we make sure that how can you fix this, and how can you make sure that this doesn't happen going forward? I replied the email. I say, hey, I went through everything. nobody ever sent me that. So I paid what you guys want me to pay whatever, so I paid it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen again. I give it, we can do this to make sure this doesn't happen again, whatever. All of a sudden, nobody knows how to reply emails again.
That's why that emails are actually designed for receipts at workplaces. That's what they're made. Well, now that like you're how you finding the job market now that you're back at it?
Bro, man, it's shit, bro. Like,
yeah, apparently I keep seeing TikTok. It's apparently shit everywhere.
No. It's bad. Like, bro, like things that like I've hopped jobs every once in a while. Like and I know for me, I'm not. It's like I don't have a high response rate. I've never have. But like even when I've gotten responses and shit like that, it's like some of the salaries aren't where I want it to be. Like, and obviously I know I'm not gonna get the perfect storm or whatever, but it's just kind of like there's just a lot. Somebody was saying, oh yeah, like one recruiter was chatting to me and they're like, yeah, cool, but it's 5 days in the office. I said, yo, don't talk to me again. Like, because the thing is,
pandemic is well and truly over.
5 days in the office, I know exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The minute you guys start seeing me is the minute everything's gonna start going pear shaped. Like,
so they just said out of mind, out of sight. If you don't see me, but this work is getting done, you'll be grand. And you said earlier, like now that you said you're going out, you're trying to go out more. Like, where have you been? Where have you been going to? That's
bro. It's just been a lot of trips to the UK and shit. Like, I was in Manchester the weekend gone for bingo.
Were you for that bingo beat in Manchester? You went there as well?
Of course, I was there. I was there for that. What's called? I was there for Zeno. There was a concert, Zeno Liski concert.
Okay, he's still going. I haven't heard of him from him in ages.
Yeah, no, he's got bangers though.
Yeah, no, he does. Yeah, once you have a good year, you can tour forever.
What's called? What else did I do? I went to Newcastle to watch a match.
Yeah, that was sick.
I went to a festival in Birmingham. I went to bingo in Manchester again. I've been to Chris Brown concert, Drake concert.
Okay, so you're trying, Sha?
Parties, just weddings, all this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just bare shit. But anyways, what you been up to?
Me, kind of like similarly to you, looking for a job that's more suitable in terms of giving me more flexibility and of course more money. So I wasn't jumping into anything. I've been in the job market again, like being in the job market from a privilege of strength where you already have the job, so you're kind of just looking. So that was common. Obviously, something came up and I'm grateful, and it makes more sense to me that way. That job makes up. And then I've also like I said, when we stopped doing this, I said I'm gonna focus on things that are like maybe more beneficial to myself. So I've gone back to five-a-side. I learned how to swim. I finally did it.
Could you actually swim now?
I can swim on my back. It's easier. I know, right? It's actually easier on my back because you can breathe.
Yeah. So, but to be honest, swim forward, you're supposed to.
Yeah, bruv. And then just it's you know when you learn how to drive, you feel like you're thinking of 101 different things at the same time. Look in the mirror, a clutch, the brake now. And then after a while, you don't even you can be on TikTok basically, allegedly, the whole drive down. You be like, how did I get home? So that's what swimming is like right now. You feel like your hand has to be straight. One hand you're just like, oh my god, I'm doing so much thinking and it's not coming naturally. Yeah, but I've got the mechanism down. I can like if you want me to swim for like a good 30 meters to whatever, I can do it. Like I can do it for on my back. I can even do it for longer. So and it only took 8 weeks. It was easier than I anticipated because I think once you don't have the fear I'm going to drown, once you don't I can just stand up. If you learn quicker. It's just when you
could you swim before?
No, not at all. Not even a little. So
you couldn't even go from A to B.
Nope. Because first I was doing with the floaties, and obviously you do with the floaty, and then you do one hand and then one hand, and then one instructor just said, just do this. You'll actually float and then just move your hands. He said the most important thing is your leg, and then you do it, and you're like, and then she said, look, you already know you can stand, so there's no fear of drowning. If you start sinking, just stand up. And then I'm like, because it's a psychological thing of like, I'm going to drown, I'm going to drown, so that stops you from trying. So I did that. I've learned to, but I want to be like proficient. I want to get that.
Water.
What?
Can you thread water? That's
what I want. Until I can tread water and constantly swim with my head high, I'm not gonna count it as swimming. But I can do the action. But I want to do it like I'm in the deep end and I'm just.
I think you're just ahead of me right now. Okay. Because I can go from point A to B.
If
I can stand up, bro, point A to B easy. Like that work.
But. Until I can tread water or do those swimming instructors, they're swimming the whole pool with their head just above the water,
bro,
and they're just going. And I'm like, no.
You know what they do like this as well?
It's like I said, you can swim. I can get across water.
You know what I'm saying?
You can swim. And apart from that, like obviously I going back to five-a-side, which is I love the Wednesday one because it's all dads. Nobody has anywhere to be 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. They're all gonna be there. They're all gonna be there.
You know when Mike Tyson was like, he doesn't train because it feels like it ignites the monster again.
Yeah.
How's your ego come back?
1 week it did. 1 week I had to prove that like I'm still that nigga.
I still got it.
But now they know there's like me and one other guy, Ivers. They know we're like the two best players. My ego satisfied. They know. When I'm on their team, I gas. I
get you.
Literally. Sometimes they're like, Jordan Ivers can be on the same team.
That's how you know you got it.
1 week I had to turn it on though. Because I was like,
Wait,
this is not who I am.
You know, like what's called Breaking Bad when he's like, you think that of me?
Yes, I am the one who knocks. I was like, what do you got to bring it back? I was like, and then apart from that, then I did therapy. The therapy was good. It was actually, I don't think therapy healed me. It just it gave me perspective and aligned my thoughts.
Did you need healing though?
I don't. So sometimes you don't know until maybe you go. So some people feel like, oh, I didn't think I need therapy until I went.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you have enough self-awareness that you would have known if you needed healing.
That's what he said. He said, you're quite a balanced person the way you think about your life.
Because okay, obviously, like the age-old joke of like men don't go therapy, they start podcasts. But like I feel like we've spoken about so much thing, and like to have the awareness of like, oh, I can't say that. Or I don't want to do that because I know it's just me trying to feed my ego.
Yeah.
That's like, I think the people that don't know that they need therapy are the people that don't know that
they will continue to feed their ego.
They can't pinpoint like, yo, this is where I'm going wrong, or this is why I need to stop doing this. But the minute that you have that know-how of like,
yeah, I'm leading with ego here and I shouldn't lead with ego, and ego is necessarily isn't a bad thing, but it shouldn't be the I get what you're saying.
So
I get
like,
what you're saying.
I feel like you've got a lot of the quote unquote work done. Now it's just kind of like certain thoughts. Let me say them out loud to somebody that I don't have to have a filter with. And you give me back something back. Perfect.
That's all it was. That's all it was for me. Just unfiltered thoughts or thoughts that maybe I can't have this conversation with just anybody.
Yeah, because like I can't tell my wife like, yo, sometimes you're kind of fucking annoying.
So
now you're gonna be, so I'm annoying now.
So sometimes I talk to him about like the guilt of like fatherhood and having more kids, and sometimes I was like I don't know if I want to go back to those baby stages, because at the stages that now it's like fun and enjoyable. And it's like, I don't, like, sometimes I think it's like, having a kid, the other side of having a kid, it made me realize why people don't want to have kids. I realize why you would want to subscribe to this. It's actually a lot. It's so consuming that you don't, I realize when people be like, I don't want to subscribe to that every single day. I understand it now better. And I was like, I always thought I wanted kids, but having one, I was like, I do think it's like, is one enough? And am I satisfied? So, because when people say, do you want more kids? I used to get this feeling of like, of rejection in my body. I was like, maybe I don't. And I've obviously had the conversation with my wife as well. But then he broke it down for me. He says, when your kid is 10 and is by himself, are you going to think 10 years ago I should have just had another one? So at least he has a friend, he can play with someone. You don't have to be as attentive. He has a sibling. It's like, think about 40-year-old you, not 30-year-old you. The hardship, whatever you said, it was only 6 months to a year. Once you get that past that stage and they can just hang out together, you'll be grateful you did it. And I'm glad he said that. He says, because he said, do you see yourself as a person that you look back in 10 years and think when your firstborn is 10, he's like, I should have just done it. Like your sister was too close in age. Yeah. That's her done. So she doesn't have to think about it. I was like, yeah, I can see myself thinking in 10 years. And I needed someone to maybe align that those fears you're having of like going back to the beginning stages, they're normal. But that's kind of what he did. He just like even changing jobs. And I'm like, so much that I don't want to go back to the beginning, have to do probation periods again, the work politics. I already have security here. Then he was like, look, this is a better situation for you. Something favors the bold, like favors the courageous.
Yeah, what's called? I know the thing.
Yeah, he says that, and then he says, don't make the right decision, make it the right decision. Like when you go in, make sure this was the right decision. Do everything in your power to be like, I made the right decision. So you're not thinking about it. So things like that. He just aligns my thought better. I don't think it was something for me that, like to your point, I don't think I needed healing. I just maybe I needed a place to bounce off thoughts. But it was fun. It was fun.
To be fair,
fun too.
I think if you hadn't healed, you wouldn't even be married.
Yeah, but there's a lot of unhealed people get married. We'll check you in 5 years.
Hey, it should be like 2.5 now. But also just because of like how, I don't want to say toxic, but how destructive we could have been at our height.
Yes.
That like, it probably is like,
where
would we be here?
You have to read, because obviously I met up with you guys, and I met up with Morris and them. And we're even talking about just like infidelity and cheating, and how it's like, even if I got caught cheating, like the awareness is like, I wouldn't want to do it because I wouldn't want to be in a house where I have to get past cheating. I would just leave. So there was like the toxicity we were like, we could have engaged in. We were like, if you engage in that now, it's too detrimental, and it's just kind of it's just too detrimental to your life.
Bro, now your son has a father that stepped up.
Your mom is looking at you now. I can't see my grandkid because of what? Because of this. But other than that, yeah, I've just engaged in those things that I felt were like good for myself, and I didn't. I want to talk about Bingo and Beats here because
let's go.
The concept is so dope. I know we did it for our show, but I think this is my first time actually going to
the actual show.
Show, just Bingo Beat. The concept is actually phenomenal because you have fun, and you and Beckley are a good time. Like you guys let loose as well, and you just let people do their own thing. So I think that combination, especially that combination being Nigerian Independence Day, made even more sense because obviously you guys click and you get it. No need to explain. I really enjoyed it, but maybe it was subconsciously I started feeling like, am I that uncle now?
You know what though?
am I the uncle now?
There's a few things there, right? First of all, as good as it was, I think you went to the worst one.
Seriously?
Because I've been to a lot of
videos. I said, that was really good stuff.
To me, I could see why other people might have enjoyed it, but I think it wasn't, for all the ones I've been to, it was the worst one. It was still good, but it was the worst one. Whereas, like, first of all, I was looking in the crowd, and brother, I didn't recognize much people. I recognized, like, and there's very few places in Dublin where we don't recognize a good amount.
Right? I think that's the first time I've gone to like a black event in Ireland since I've been going black events. And like apart from you and Beckley, there's maybe one other face. And that was Manny the Barber.
Yeah.
That obviously GB's working there. And I'm not counting them.
People that
but the people that came through admission, I think it was like only Manny the Barber that I saw. And I saw Morris's sister-in-law, but I wouldn't have known her any other way. I was like... Talking about self-awareness, yeah, we'll get back to you. Do you think I just feel, because remember when we were going out, the uncles had like uncle aesthetic. You could tell they were dressed in the way they used to. Do you think perhaps because we dress the way people, we don't have the same aesthetic, so it's just mentally, you just feel like, I'm old to be here? Or do you think they can spot us out that like, those are definitely older than people that are here?
I tell you, you could tell you're older, but I think the big difference is, you're not there trying to hit on 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, because you know what? One thing that I've always found funny is like, some people, like, it's always like, oh, there was just a bunch of kids there and whatever. But my thing is, why are you going there? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't go there for the crowd or girl or whatever. We went there because it's like, oh, we haven't hung out in ages. All of us were meant to go out. So we can just stick in on our little group and not do anything else. Like, we're just here to enjoy the vibes.
Yeah, because if we don't see each other now, because I was saying the same, is like, if I don't see these guys now, I don't think I'll see them until 2026. Because it's already November.
Easily.
Because I have to go see them now.
So that's why I'm kind of like, it's kind of different because it's like, a lot of those times with those uncles, they were trying to be part of the this and try to be, hip and young or whatever. But it's like, well, I'm going there
to the event.
To vibe. Yeah. But like, because the one that happened in May after my birthday, if you're going to that one, first of all, that one was cold. It was way better. Okay. And also, I was seeing everybody. Yeah. Like,
May bank holiday, I guess. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Because this one, college, the other thing is college is back.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that were college students that live in Dublin or go college in Dublin, they're also back in Dublin and this probably come back to these events.
But now, what's called like, with Bingo, like AJ and my brother, I'm so proud of them because like, it's so cold and like the thing is, I can see them leveling it up and like trying different things and all that kind of shit. Like, it's so funny because like, the crowd starts getting so involved. Yeah. So like the one on the weekend, so obviously there's the big bingo prize where it was a holiday to Antalya in Turkey. Oh, so
black people love that place.
Somebody wins. The whole crowd starts booing. He's like, oh, we got a bingo. The whole crowd everybody turns into a hater. The whole crowd starts booing, saying, boo. Fuck
especially, I wasn't engaged at first, and I started taking off. That's what I was saying, like, yo, Didge, I can do. And then someone said, bingo. I said, fuck you, man.
You get what I mean?
You, man. I wish I didn't engage anymore.
Because the thing is, right, at first you go there and you're like, I'm winning this thing. And then the vibes catch you. And then you kind of forget. And then when they start calling out, oh, these are all the songs I played, that's when you're like, oh shit, lock it.
The other thing is like, there's so many songs that I know but don't know the names.
Yeah, but that's why they call out the songs.
That's why they say play now, like
enjoy now,
play later. Yeah.
Then what's called then the more money you spend, you win more raffle tickets. So there's a raffle at the end of it, and you have to pick a prize between AJ or GB. So every raffle ticket you get, you put on the back of it AJ or GB, whoever you think has a good prize. Okay. One of them has a good prize, one of them has a bad prize.
Oh, okay.
So at the end of the one in Manchester, right, the good prize was an iPad.
Jesus.
So what's called? So he calls out one number and he's like, you have 10 seconds to get up here. Crowd starts counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone. Nobody comes out. Everyone starts cheering, right? And then he's about to call out the second number. Everyone's already counting down. He's like, I haven't even called the number out yet. And everybody just turns into haters. Then one girl comes up and he looks on the back of it. She picked the wrong person. She picked GB instead of AJ or something like that. So instead of winning the iPad, she wins a little teddy bear. And the crowd goes crazy.
That's what I mean. The concept is actually so dope.
No.
And I don't want it to be like, I know Beckley was saying it there. It was like, oh, we should do the plus 25s. Like, plus 25s won't go. Like, do it for the crowd the crowd that goes there. It's actually like such an ideal crowd to go.
My thing is, right, with the whole like plus 25, like obviously,
they won't go.
Obviously, I'm not trying to hang out. I'm not trying to like be around 18-year-olds and like all this kind of shit, because obviously like it's different. And if it's mainly 18-year-olds there, I'm not going, right?
Yeah.
However, if I'm with a group of 4 or 5 people, I honestly don't really give a fuck who else is in the building.
Some people are there to move to girl. That's a motive. That's why they wanted to do plus 25. Not the guy named.
Go to the right move. Go to the right move.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but our Banger Beast looks lit though.
No,
Banger,
and
looks
one
lit.
thing, the branding is right. It's bingo and caddies.
I've started to before. I said, every time you do real, I don't see a single guy. Oh, you might pop on. They do diversity and inclusion with men.
You know.
They do DEI. So you'll see one. And then they do reveal it. But no, it was just something I was thinking. I was like, I was having like, I thought it was class, but then I was thinking like, have I reached that age? And it also made me think, 30-year-olds weren't really that old, because when you're there, you're like, yeah. But when you were 19 and we're looking at, but to your point, maybe because they were also giving off an aura of like, yo, bro, don't be a creep. Don't be a creep.
There's that,
you
and
chill,
also
you
like,
chill.
it's also just one of those situations where like I think for them they grew up so much quicker than we did. Like some of our parents by my age, my mom had all 3 of us.
Yeah, same.
Like,
same,
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
By my age, but that was having second kid as well. Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying? Like their struggles a little bit different. Do
yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
yeah. It's
Like,
true. That's true.
Whereas like, okay, like the thing is, how many of them were just wearing whatever clothes was there?
Yeah,
They're not dripping down. They were wearing pointy shoe and fucking loafers everywhere. Bro.
the aesthetics was, and then they go and they will just stand creepily in the corner. Sometimes the other thing is they'll just come by themselves. Like you're saying, if you come with a group of 3 or 4 and it's just you guys mind your business, actually having fun, it's less like uncle vibes than if you're just by yourself, standing in a corner
and just
staring
at girl throwing it back, just staring, bro. Nobody wants you. Go home. Go raise your family. But if you're just doing your thing, minding your business, enjoying the vibes, doing whatever, like I don't see what's wrong with that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and like I don't even think like even in that situation on that bingo, I didn't feel out of place. Like I like there's sometimes you go some places like if I go.
No, I did. That's true. I didn't feel out of place when the phone it's actually like it only felt out of place, and also because when I walked in, I was the first in, so I was waiting for you. So more than obvious, and I'm like, oh, I don't know anybody here.
By yourself. By yourself. It's awkward.
Usually, if like I walk into that setting, goes like when we go to a podcast show, I know 30% of the room, so I can wait for you by myself. But I'll be chilling with talking to somebody or making conversation with somebody. I know somebody in that room I can engage a conversation with until you and Beckley get there or whatever. But that was the first time I'm kind of in a room. I'm like,
I really don't know
I said, where's everybody? And I see Manny, you engage like 2-second conversation. You're like,
yeah, because we're cool. We're not cool.
Yeah, we're not cool, but like he's here with his group of friends. He'll say hi or whatever. But I think they can blow that. But I wanna.
What's been happening in the culture?
That's what I want to talk about next. No, so they canceled the awards this year. What do you? Because I think last time we talked about the awards, we had Fiona on, and we were saying like, we're saying to her like, why is doing it this year? Scene is not popping. What's the point? Just take a year off, come back stronger. And her point, which actually, because that was my initial point, is like take a year off and come back when things are popping again. Her point actually made me think about it. It's like, look, whether highs or lows, peaks and valleys, we should keep going and keep being celebrated, because we shouldn't just wait till we're doing things are great to celebrate. And to be fair, I understand, because the BT Awards are 1 year, even it was like popular, then it went down, and sometimes you hear about it. It's like peaks and valleys for everything. But now this year they decided like it's just not happening. What you make of that?
Honestly, no, I don't care.
But I think the thing is they should. I know they say more happens than just like the entertainment side. In my opinion, the entertainment side kind of drives it.
It does.
Like shout out to the education of the years and all of that.
We don't care about that.
But like even you need the people with clout and visibility.
Last year, last year when I did the red carpet interviews and shit like that, and I'm asking a lot of people like, oh, what are you looking forward to? A lot of it was artist of the year, this and that. Like it's usually entertainment side, but it's like, to be honest, it's like anything else. Everybody focuses on what's sexy.
Yeah,
and educated of the year isn't sexy.
Yeah, like, and we don't see them until they come up on our ballot, and we have to vote for them just because we want to vote for our friends. So we just have to pick somebody else. Like, I just give this one the award. Like, I don't even know who they are, but
unless you got like that tie there, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah.
But for your point of saying I don't care, it kind of shows where it is right now. Everything like nobody is pulling like artist of the year. Nobody's trying anymore.
You know what? It low-key feels. In my personal opinion, it almost feels like it was an afterthought.
What, the award?
Yeah.
Afterthought to what though? They don't really push anything else this year either. They don't really push anything else at all.
Yeah, I know, but like that's
no
my
shade.
point. It feels like it was one of those things where we didn't think about it, and then let's say August comes around and it's like, are we really gonna do this thing?
We have to rent out this place. We have to get someone to organize the event. And I think our friend after last year, she's like, I'm not doing it anymore. So you have to find people to. You have to build a basic new team.
I low-key feel like it was a little bit of an afterthought, if I'm being completely
honest. And that organization has lost a lot of people that were doing the work for them. Like initially, they got a lot of people in, and over the years, as COVID went away and the Black Lives Movement went away, they lost a lot of people.
That they were about until they posted something recently, and I was like, oh shit, yeah. Actually, it might have been the
award. But you said yeah.
But what else has been happening? Oh, what's it called? My man getting cooked for saying Ireland isn't racist. He didn't say Ireland isn't racist. He said
not all Irish people are racist.
Yes. Okay. My thing on this, yeah.
There's no point.
Brother, I hear you, yeah. And nobody's saying that. I don't think anybody in their right mind is saying that every single person in Ireland is racist. But focusing on saying that rather than dealing with, like, you going to Sophie and saying, first of all, him saying, oh, when was the last time you got racially abused in person? And she said, actually, for your information, last week. With a valid story. And he's like, yeah, but have you had more positive things than negative? And I'm just like, the problem with that is that you reduce racism to somebody calling you a nigger to your face.
Yeah.
And it's not just that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, them looking at me at work in a certain way, that's racism. What's called being stopped because I'm black and apparently I look like somebody you've arrested before, that's racism. Do you get what I'm saying? And then also, not everybody has chat for you in real life. Not everybody has that. Do you know how many? I want to know how many of my managers that I've come across that are racist, really.
Yeah.
But they understand that I've got a lot to lose and I'm not going to call you a nigger because, like, we're in a professional setting. And then also on top of that, for me, I haven't been racially abused in a long time, but also I'm not in
environments that would allow
environments. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm at home and at work.
And I
Who's
drive
gonna call me a
everywhere.
nigger? Yeah.
I drive everywhere. Like,
I park and I'm in a building, bingo and beats where there's all black people.
And what's called now, the more that I'm grown, the only time I'm in environments where somebody can do that to me would be a work environment, and you'd be dumb for doing that there. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're really reducing a lot of it. So yeah, cool, we hear you. Nobody has once said that all Irish people are racist. That's not true. But for you to keep harping on that, it just makes you look like you're twerking for the white man.
He made a simplistic argument that nobody can argue with, that's saying not all Irish people are racist. Well, duh. Everything you're saying, literally everything you're saying is spot on. You make the argument reductive. I'm not in when I was in school, playing football, walking around town and going to nightclubs, I was experiencing racism because I was in certain environments that people were younger, ignorant, and even if they were racist at work, they have a lot to lose. They have bills to pay. They're not going. Mortgage. Yeah, they're not going to express that. They're not going to be get them out in my face because they know, like, and especially in the sector I work in, people are smarter. It's a pharmaceutical sector, so people are more intelligent. That even if they have these beliefs, they're not gonna maybe express it. So I didn't like that he made. It's like, do you know when girls say, I hate when they make a comment and I say something on the podcast and I go to the comment and it's all men agreeing. Yeah. And I looked at his comment and it's all white people agree. That's how you know, like,
that's how you know someone's fucked up.
Did I say something wrong? Because his point of, like, do you have more? I equate it to, like, if someone, a family member, a friend came to you and said, oh, a woman got saying, oh, I got sexually abused or whatever type of abuse, and you tell them, was like,
not all men do that,
and you have more better experiences, more positive experiences with men or negative ones, because look what your dad did for you, look what your brothers did for you, it's like, obviously it's going to be a net positive, but those to me, I should reduce the experiences that people are going to talk about. But what you're doing now is validation is a hell of a drug because he's seeing claps, he's seeing likes, he's seeing his feels validated. And sometimes people don't care where that validation comes from, and that's good for them. Yeah, sometimes people don't care, and I see it because when you did a live with Goody, and then he was saying like, I'll say not all Irish people. I'm not saying, but nobody's saying that nothing works in absolutes. Like if nothing, people. My friend, I was talking to him. My friend went to lived in Lagos for 2 years, and people always say like how living in Nigeria is hard, and he would tell you my experience was mainly positive, but doesn't mean those were reduced in moments that like he didn't have lights or this was or the infrastructure was bad or it took him this long to get something. But I can be like, yeah, but when you live there, did you have more positive experience than negative ones? So let's not talk about the negative ones.
It's just like, okay, yeah, cool. I might have had more calm dealings with the police than not.
Yeah,
but bro, the ones that I've had that are bad, it always like the feeling. It does like, yeah, cool. I've had more positive, but even one bad is enough.
Yeah, that's my fear. To be used as a tool for or people to validate. Say, look, want to use the saying,
bro. And this is the thing. Yeah, I was watching a TikTok the other day, and it was this white girl saying that like growing up, her dad and her family were kind of low key mad racist. Like she wasn't allowed to watch That's So Raven, The Proud Family, all of this. And the excuse her dad would always give her is like, you know, their shows are just like mad obnoxious and they're too loud and all of this kind of shit. And it's like, you're reducing racism to somebody coming in my face and calling me a nigger. Like, it's not just that.
Yeah.
There's so much nuance and so much everything to it. And it's just like, okay, so yes, not all Irish people are racist.
Well, not obviously. All Irish people. Nothing works in absolutes. That's just life.
And
there's
also,
nothing absolutely everybody is racist.
If would we say America's a racist country?
Yeah.
If America's a racist country, why can't Ireland be one? Because not everybody has to be racist for the country to be racist.
Because his argument is like, yeah, but look what foreigners were able to benefit from this country, the infrastructure that they've put in place, that we're able to benefit and live our life. I'm like, oh, this is such big behavior, man.
The thing is, that's all cool and everything, yeah. But why is it like they're saying it as if black people or people of color are the only people that have benefited from this. When the famine was going on and everyone is moving to America, people are moving to Australia, people are going on purpose, getting put in jail so they can get sent to Australia. How come nobody talks about all of them, man? Yeah. Why is it not immigration when it's them?
Like I said, he's on TV, he's on RTE, he's on Virgin. He's saying people are hating on him. He's saying black people are putting him down because they're seeing another black man shine. And to me, it's never that. Nobody wants to see black people. I love to see a black man get paid. But the way that I've expressed how much Fabudi things annoys me, I don't know, something about this when I just see you twerk. And the other thing is that other side, once you sell out your own, they'll never fully trust you. Because they'll always look at you. If you can sell out people that look like you, not saying he's selling us out, but sometimes he can come across that way because what you're saying about us is basically like appreciate these guys more because of the life you have now. You wouldn't have this life back home. And so let's ignore all the indiscretions because they're not all like that. But that's so stupid.
Yeah, but the thing is like, yeah, cool, the country has given us opportunities, but it wasn't like we just got here and there's like, oh, here's a degree, here's a house, here's a this, here's a car. Like, the same shit that you had to do to get that shit, we had to do, not even the same shit, we had to do more.
Yeah.
Have more time. Like, what's called? Your dad had a whole ass, he was a doctor, had to come here and start again.
Yeah. No.
Do you know how many people that couldn't pass the leaving cert if they had to do it again?
Do you think if you did leaving cert maths, now you pass? I'll just see what's it, what? Trigonometry? Trigonometry?
Quadratic equations? What the fuck is that? Look, even,
I used to enjoy those though.
Let's even go to what's called, you know, all those like, are you smarter than a 10-year-old?
Yeah.
Bro, how many people are getting those questions wrong?
God, some of those information is like, I don't need to know this.
Don't ask me about Fiona Cool now.
But anyways, like I said, if he's found it, that's what happens sometimes when you find the grifts and you find the gimmick and it's paying you off and it's getting you airtime and it's getting you in spaces that you didn't think you would. So you fail to see, because to some people applause, they don't care where it comes from. Mm-hmm. Like I'm saying, I always say, I think Ross on the pod, she said she made a comment on her podcast before, but saying it was only men agreeing with her. Now she felt like she want to take back the comment because I feel like I'm doing something wrong. If that was me and I go back to my comments and I just say it's Mundele say, you tell him, bro. I'll come back and do an apology video.
Yeah,
black screen.
Also,
sorry to my community.
You know what it is, but you know what it is. Yeah, it just feels like I've spoken to so many black people and so many black Irish people, and a lot of us have had the exact same experiences and shit like that, right? And even from things that he said, he's low-key had the same ones as well. So it's just like, I just don't know how you get from there to like, let's go back to the fucking point. Bro, a man got killed. And everyone is saying, oh yeah, but he was a criminal and he had a knife and he had this. Yeah. There's niggas that had samurai swords didn't die. And the only difference is one of us is black.
Yeah. But yeah, and what happened when I heard on the live is they put him under pressure because he went on If I Speak initially and he was like doing black power. And then his Oimbo friends came up and said, how can you say that? How can you say Ireland is racist when I was looking out for you? I used to give you lifts. I used to blah, 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 blah. So all his Oimbo friends then hit him and made him feel like, you know what, you're right. Maybe Ireland isn't a racist country because white people have been good to me. So based on the live, that's why I saw the live. So I was like, okay, so you use those experiences. I'm like, I have, like, Nate is one of my good friends. Obviously, there's people I can be friends with. I've made loads of white Irish friends. But that won't negate the fact that I've also been called a nigger by Irish people. I've also been called. I remember waiting at a bus stop when I was in college and someone just drove past and it says, nigger. I was like, wow, that hasn't happened in a while. That hasn't happened in a minute.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's just like, oh, bro.
Shout out to him though. Like I said, validation is validation. You won't care where it comes from.
My other point is, right, if there is somebody you cannot argue with this point on, it's Sophie. Half of her family, like, do you know how much it takes for you to say half of my family is on this side? And like, that's like me telling Dave, yo, Dave, Ireland isn't racist. And he's saying like, yo, I have family members that are cut off. Family, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got like people that are mixed race, and especially when you're Irish and something else, Irish and black as well, and you're still getting abused, and you're saying like, because you sit in the middle, you have actual, like, because I've got no affiliates that are like that family. Are really family or I really fuck with that are white. Do you get what I'm saying? But if you do and you can still say this, how, like, if there's somebody, this is somebody that's playing both sides. Do you get what I'm saying? And it just feels like.
Well, that's why he's there. He's there. It's like the Candace Owen role. They always finds that person to play that role. I think the one that you can name is Kemi or something, or even the Indian guy. What's his name? Yeah,
or the one. I can't remember his name. Rishi
Sunak. They always find their guy that they can be like, yeah, well, look at him. He came here. He worked hard. He's in the position he's in. So I don't know what you guys are complaining. Just work hard. Just be like, you're the good one. You become that's what his comments were saying. Like, oh, you become. One thing I don't want to be is one of the good ones.
I don't want to be one of the good ones. I never want to be one of the good ones. Let me be the wicked.
Let me be the nigga. But let me be the one to say, why are you making things about race? Like, I want to be that guy. The guy you're frustrated with making everything about race.
Because also, you can't tell me niggas ain't. You can't tell me niggas ain't racist if my fucking manager at work is telling me, oh, I might eat jerk chicken. Where the fuck do I eat jerk chicken?
That's such a good point because he's ignoring microaggressions. He's ignoring like those little things that they say sentences without even knowing themselves. That like, and why would you say that?
You know what? And the thing is, like, I can say, I won't even say Ireland isn't outwardly racist, but the thing is, a lot of the racism in Ireland is shoved under. It's just a bit of crack.
Yeah. Just a bit of banter. It's just a bit hectic banter. But each to their own, man. Like, I just have.
Let me make you laugh. Wait, can I say the story? No, I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after.
Subscribe to our Patreon to hear the whole story.
Oh shit! Nicki and Cardi.
Yeah,
they're going crazy. They're going fucking crazy.
Those are. Do you know when Kendrick said, "If you take it there, I'm taking it further." That's something you don't want to do. He didn't take it far enough. Nicki and Cardi took it.
But you know what it is though.
Women are wicked.
No, you know what it is though. You know what it is though. I think this goes back to, remember I always tell you, like, women are allowed to feel their emotions to a full extent.
Yeah.
Because if that was Drake and Kendrick, someone would have died by now. Someone would have died.
No, when because they called each other woman beating pedophile. We were kind of like, nah, nobody's that. Nobody. But what they were saying about each other is children.
You can't. Oh my kid. Calling my kid culture vulture. And, like, first of all, yeah. Nicki is single-handedly ruining her own legacy.
Yeah, that's why I look at Nicki and I think it was like, bro, you are goated. You're in the argument. If they said there's a Mount Rushmore of my generation, you're in the argument.
You know what it is?
You could be there. So why? You birthed all these female rappers that we're seeing.
You know what it is? I think Nicki's one of the good ones. And I say that.
I hate to be that.
And I say that because I think because Nicki has dominated the female rap space for so long.
Yeah.
And you know, it was always that one of like, there's always one.
Yeah.
And she was Queen, Nicki, whatever. And
Barbie.
it was always like
it was her space.
When it came to that conversation, there was nobody ever even close. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now that for the last, maybe not this year, last year and the year before, it was the women really carrying hip hop. Do you get what I'm saying?
Remember I saying like it was Ice Spice and Meg Thee Stallion and they gave them the keys. I was like, okay, it's a women carrying hip hop.
Now it's kind of like, and also you're on your decline where there's Latto going up, Cardi going up,
Bia. Name 5 Bia songs gone to your head.
About you
bed.
dead.
I love that album.
But yeah, so like I think because she's no longer the one, and I think it's getting to her. I think it's bothering her.
I get it. I get the human experience. Yeah, I get the human experience.
And then also, like, we've heard rumors for a long time that Nicki's a bit of a bitch anyways.
Yeah. That's been going on. That's what they were putting up old little Kim interviews on the Breakfast Club. I'll talk about Dame Dash as well.
So it's just kind of like, I feel like it's all getting to her, and then obviously the rumors of her being a bit of a drug addict and going through all this kind of shit. Like, it's like we're seeing Nicki spiral.
Yeah.
Live-o.
We're seeing basically what Kanye does was she's doing a version of it.
100%.
She's doing a version of it. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Like, kids, leave it alone. And obviously when you cross that lines, I always say when you cross the lines about talking about people's kids, where they go, when Kylie went after that and they start going back and forth, at some stage you want someone to be the adult in the room and just stop. But I also hear like, if you're going to mention my kids, don't expect me to like that.
The thing is though, like, even when Cardi was addressing Nicki's kid, it was still saying that, yo, you're at fault. Like, you're this way because your mom is at fault. Nicki was just saying, yo, you're ugly, and calling your kids monkeys. Like, bro.
He said, when Cardi said your kid's favorite
color is 5.
I said, for a fucker. I said, fuck this. I think you guys have gone too far. Let's just go back to A minor. You guys have gone too far.
How we wish it to go back to calling the nigga a pedophile?
Because that was
bad.
He wasn't really a pedophile. I don't really, for me that was WWE. This seems real life.
No.
Because some people were like, why don't you just put it in a diss track? Some people say this is not about rap. These people actually hate each other. Yeah. Whereas I think Kendrick and Drake were just like, Kendrick just wanted to prove like this guy's not who he says he is. He's not like
I don't like you. Like,
yeah, that's it. But I don't think it was like
no.
This one is like, no, we hate. If they saw each other on the street to fight,
bro,
I don't think Drake and Kendrick will see each other and fight.
Bro, the thing is, yeah, even when Nicki tweeted something like, oh, they're evil, you guys shouldn't listen to that evil music, I was like, okay, this woman's going through something. Like, no, like, she's definitely going through something.
Because her placement, and it's like, it's the same thing I said about Kanye. Like, you risk ruining a legacy that you've basically worked all your life to establish and build. And Nicki, for her, it's like, if she could have Draked it in the sense that you could have inherited all these female rappers. Because this is, let's be real, last 10-15 years, she really birthed this space. I know there's before her, there's Foxy Brown and Miss Lil Kim. But you could even see the aesthetics and the looks of like the Cardis and the Ice Spices and all of those. Like, oh, this is like a Nicki's birthing a generation, and she just embraced that. Clear till today.
But the thing is,
clear, Meg,
like,
all them Lado.
I think it goes back to, remember when we were saying like, if all white people are in your comments saying, yeah, you're doing this right, how come no, like, which female rapper fucks with Nicki?
Yeah.
Like, obviously they all have admiration for her when they come in because it's fucking Nicki.
Of course.
But the minute they start popping and like things start going a little weird, even we don't see Nicki beside Beyonce no more.
Yeah.
We don't see Nicki.
Well, she was calling out Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, that's
she said that. Some of those strains are funny though. Like, leave my goat, man. Leave my guy in it. Leave my everything is rock. I blame Rock Nation. That's in Sean Mills because everything's always Rock Nation. Everything goes in the music industry. It's Rock Nation's fault. But nah, I think that one, it's a bit. But Kylie's album, even speaking of that, like some of those songs were really personal for her, talking about the breakup and stuff. But I just think it's like, you just went through something so personal and so heartbreaking. You should have healed. To get pregnant by another nigga.
Wait, okay. The thing is, I've got to give Cardi her props, right?
In what way?
Because you can't go from having a Grammy-winning album, disappear for 3 years.
8.
It hasn't been that long.
Yes, Invasion of Privacy was 2016.
It disappeared for 8
yeah,
years.
no album because she gave you singles. She gave you like WAP outside.
Yeah,
that's why you kept it going.
Yeah. Like the pressure on you to deliver.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen one person saying that this Cardi's album is underwhelming.
That's good. It's good. There's like Lizzo's Future.
Lao's Future. You know what?
I love the whole album.
I'm not gonna lie to you. For me personally, Latto is my favorite female rapper.
Okay.
And it's because mine is the fact that she's fucking leng. Mine, let's even just remove that. Like,
okay, what's happening, fam?
It's one of those situations where I think she can flow really well. She has bars, but I also believe her. Do you get what I'm saying? Like when she raps, I believe what the fuck she's saying.
Who's that saying that? I think that's what I was thinking this week. I was driving. I was listening to Kylie's album. I was saying the thing is, even though I don't really like resonate to the lyrics and not for me, but I believe the energy. Yeah, the energy that Kylie says some things on it. It says, I believe this. It says
pretty and I'm petty as fuck.
Yeah. It says I'd rather be down in the hospital. I'd rather down in this bed and look like you. All right.
You know what?
I believe it. I believe it. I think that's sometimes with rappers. I'm like, even talk about everybody's first rapper, 50 Cent. We don't know what's happening in Many Men, but we believe that fucking energy. We believe that shit.
Yeah, you got shot. Many Men, they wish different from me. They tried it.
So we don't know what's happening, but I believe the energy.
Have you seen the AI 50 Many
Bruv.
Men? Bro, I saw another one. It was like a.
Oh, what was that? I saw 21 questions as well.
It was like a rock one. It was like an indie rock version of Many Men.
Yeah.
Bro, it was cold. Yeah. It was
Many Men's in the conversation for the greatest rap song of all time.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It's in the conversation. Like,
but like the thing is like, so for me, it's like music comes from an emotion thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So like even I remember one time, one of the guys I know, he was rapping, but the things that he was saying, and it's not like the bars were good, the flow was good, but the things he was saying, and I know who you are,
and you just make.
I just can't believe you.
Yeah. I think that's it. I believe the energy you're coming on. Yeah, or someone you couldn't believe that person.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Even though everything was there, but the believability wasn't there. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why it's kind of like with like a 50 Cent. The reason why he's so good is because he's believable. Even to me, I think Tupac is the highest level of that. I don't think Tupac is like the most outstanding rapper. It's just when he says something, he says it like he believes it, and you believe him, and that's why I think Latto is low-key a bit underrated.
Okay. Yeah, no, that you maybe you're right, because I haven't given Latto a chance. Like I've also, if I'm being real, I've listened to like maybe 2 verses. Obviously, the one with Names, I love that one. On Art.
I think she smokes.
She smokes Names. Even in the video,
it was perfect. Bro,
I love when they glide
perfect.
on the beat. I know when she's just flowing. She's like, jeez. I was like, okay, no, that was actually one of my favorite verses this year. Just if I'm being honest, one of my favorite verses this year.
That song, low-key, it pushed me back into listening to more music.
Because that's when you text me about it, and I played What's Free, yeah? It reminded me of why Jay-Z is my favorite pure rapper. Because when he's just rapping, at some stage he's talking, and he's still rapping at the same time. I'm like, this is the highest level of rapping that I can see.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I thought I fell out of love with rap and music a little bit.
Yeah, same.
But I was like, maybe my ears have changed, and like a lot of times now I listen to a lot more Drake now, but that's just because it's easy.
It's easy, palatable.
You know what I'm saying?
Even what did I miss? I love that song. If he just shut up and said nothing, no lawsuit, and I just came and said, what did I miss? I would have slapped even more. He would have went.
The formula has been used. But my point is like, and then one day I was just like, nah, I heard one song and I was just like, you know what, I'm in the mood to listen to rap, and I just started going through all the rap songs, and then What's Free came on. What?
You sent me that. I played it 4 times. I started listening to rap. I said, I love this genre.
Bro, that's when I was like, okay, I'm back.
Because I was just listening. Rick Ross kills on that song as well. Rick Ross is...
Rick and Meek body.
Yeah. Even on God Did, I'm like, Ross has so many good verses that just get overlooked every time.
Yeah, but the thing is like, if there's some certain things like, because I remember seeing Fat Joe saying that like on... What DJ Khaled song is that when Wayne comes on, it's like, I am a beast, feed me rappers or feed me beats.
Are we taking over?
I'm taking over. So Fat Joe was like, he's like, I killed this song, I went crazy. Then he was in the studio, and then Wayne heard it, and Wayne's like, I'm getting on this, and then he just goes, feed me rappers or feed me. He's like, yeah, there's nothing I can do.
I can rewrite it, I can re-record.
There's nothing I can do here. It just is like, and that's what sometimes if. It doesn't matter. There's some songs where it doesn't matter how good your verse is. Jack Harlow and Drake on what's it called?
That one, yeah.
It didn't matter what Jack did on that song.
Drake, because Jack, that was his heat check. That's when he was hot, and Drake was going like, I'm gonna show these guys there's levels.
But like even funny enough that you talk about Rick Ross again. Maybe that might be a Rick Ross problem. Lord knows Drake and Rick Ross. Rick Ross bodies
kills the song as well.
Drake comes and says, even just what's called, I'm worried about niggas thinking about Christmas in August.
Doing anything but gifts for the daughters.
I don't even have a daughter, man.
I was like, especially when you get older, it says, yo, Christmas expensive, you know. I get why you think about this shit. Nuggets.
You know what I'm saying? For the niggas that ain't got it like that, yeah.
I get why you think about that shit.
And
Nuggets.
it's just like, yeah, I don't know, man. Music is just, it's
Yeah,
just so
and
special.
so when you listen to it, and then you compare it to music now, you really realize like, no, this genre did decline. Because it became the popular genre, and what usually happens with the popular genre, you try to make it quickly and try to formulate it.
Yeah.
Because it's whereas before it came from like a deeper place. Because now it's like you see the most pop artists wanting to get a Drake on or a rapper on, because it's like, oh, this is the popular genre, and once you're hot, like when Drake Harlow, they're trying to pump you out. They're trying to get you to be, because they want their songs to be doing at the background of like a NBA cover or NFL, so they want to get you popping. Whereas before, because that wasn't, you actually had time to sit and create. So I'm like, yo, the genre. Sometimes when you say you feel like you're like, no, but the genre. When I heard What's Free, I was like, no, this is rapping,
And you know,
this is him rapping.
I saw another TikTok the other day, and it's like, music has changed so much. Like when they went from the drug dealers to the drug users, it just hasn't been the same. Go listen to Trap Motivation 101 and see if you don't want to go get some shit done. Now
Because Future is the bro. I like that,
bro. Because when they were like, what's called
they said Wayne Bird the Fiends though.
When Jeezy's talking about, yo, I'm the snowman. I'm trying to do whatever I can to make it. Versus I'm popping a perk. Yeah. I'm having some this. I'm doing this. You're just gonna go sleep, bro.
March Madness is a sick song. I like March Madness.
A broken clock is right twice.
Yeah. Well, I like that verse because they said Wayne really birthed the Fiends with the cup and everything. That he birthed a lot of that generation also, and you could see he was the change in that. But now, shout out to.
But to be fair,
shout out to the rappers,
as well,
man.
I think it just kind of like. The minute that we started seeing a crazy amount of success, I think it also then it just puts you in rooms where you're with a lot of people that use drugs, and you'll just naturally start doing those things. And like in the hood, people have probably been drinking lean, all this kind of shit. But now, first of all, now you're a hood nigga with money. Yeah. Bro.
Some people forget that you still are who you are. You just have money.
Yeah, and you know what? To take a left field, let's take a quick detour. Yeah, get out the car for a second. Yeah. That's why, you know, the prolific cheaters that say, I'm not going to cheat on my wife. Why do you have any evidence that you're not?
Because that's your wife.
You think all of a sudden she becomes your wife and you're going to transcend cheating?
No, that's what they think.
That's cool. It will last 3 months. It will last 3 months.
That's what they think. They think they're going to put their wives on such a pedestal that when they get there, they're not going to do it. But what they forget is the wife is just a woman as well.
No, forget the wife is just a woman as well. Forget that for a second. This same wife that you've been with for 4 years and you've been cheating on her consistently for 4 years. Well,
that's the title, innit? She's on a pedestal. I hear you. Sometimes if you're prolific serial cheater, and it's not like, oh, this happened one time in our 5-year relationship and now we're married, I'm not doing it again.
Yeah. I can hear that.
But if you're throughout the 5 years, you're out with the boys, you're saying like, don't you have a girl? Saying, and they say, when you finally get married, you're like, okay, now she's my wife. I'm going to stop this. The thing about it is, I've been rewatching Dexter. Yeah, people usually who are serial, they usually don't stop until they get caught.
Yeah, but these niggas have been caught multiple times and they're still doing the same thing.
That's what Offset and Cardi.
Yeah, but like,
he just kept getting caught and he just kept not leaving, so he just kept doing it.
You know what? This is the perfect. It's like we never fucking left. So, Diamante now.
This guy's a crazy guy. As if she's your mate. Diamante. Shout out Jay Sancho, man. If everybody's looking at Diamante, is Google it.
It's so sweet now.
It's sweetie. Diamante.
It's sweetie now. Yeah, so what's going on? Sweetie apparently being a young girl. And you know what?
That doesn't surprise me though.
Sancho is proof of just because you have money doesn't mean you can't be just a regular nigga. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In terms of like tattoo. Bro.
His neck or something, wasn't it?
It's like behind his ear or something. Bro.
No, but do you know what? It doesn't surprise me because we've talked so many times about being a young nigga on $300K a week. And now you have access to Saweetie. And it also doesn't surprise me that Saweetie would do that thing. I think we've had this conversation before on like people just think prostitution is directly transactional, like you just get a set amount of money. Yeah. Sometimes it's like the lifestyle, he's paying for all the yachts, because what happens is if he says, okay, instead of me paying for the yacht, the private jet, the hotel, why about if I just give you 20K, 30K? Some people might feel more icky about a direct transaction, but they feel more okay about you just paying for everything rather than just giving them money. So for me, it's like, it's both of them benefiting from their privilege. His privilege is wealth. and her privilege is her
the thing is,
looks and status.
My thing, it's not like, to be honest, it's just like at the end of the day, you can just probably really like someone and think they're cool or whatever, whatever, and you just happen to have more money or whatever. It's just there's certain people you need to know not to fall for.
I hear that. Well, sometimes those are the ones that you know not to fall for, but they're
the
you
best
still got
time.
exactly.
They're the best time,
you're having
bro.
such a good time. I said, let me get that too. Deep down, this guy.
Never that. Never forget that.
You're having such a good time. You forget that, like, you told her mid sex, mid beat. You told her, I'll get a tattoo of your name, and she's like, yeah, bet. No, you have what did he get? I don't even know.
I think it's
Diamante,
I think it's their middle name or something. But yeah,
well, because people are saying like, oh, Saweetie's just another escort. I'm like, I know. So for some reason, men sometimes surprise me because I'm like, do you not think this whole sex thing has been transactional since the start of time for a lot of times?
Yeah.
They're like, they're just surprised. I think maybe they do put these. Oh, she's a pretty woman, so she's on a certain pedestal, so she doesn't need to do this because she has her own wealth or whatever.
And she has a career.
Yeah, maybe that's what men do. Oh, good segue. Maybe that's what men do. So because she has a career and she doesn't need to. But if I have my own money and this guy wants to blow 50K on me, and I can sleep with him at the end of the night, that's what happens a lot of times.
Especially if you don't mind fucking them anyways.
Exactly. If that's your arrangement, but we'll sit down and say that was career. Yeah, I want to talk about Aisha Curry.
Yes, because
Aisha Curry has been getting cooked, and I think it's actually a bit unfair this time. Usually, when she's getting cooked, when she's like, "I want to get as much attention as Steph Curry," I'm like, "No." He's like, he had to be a top 10 player of all time in a sport to get that attention. That's not fair. But this time, I think I understood her this time.
Fill me in because I actually don't know what.
Because what happens is she was on the Call Her Daddy podcast and she was talking.
Take her mics. Take the mics.
I hear. So she basically said that they asked her, like, did you want to have a kid or get married? And she's like, no, I never wanted to have kids. I never want to get married. Like, I thought I'll be a boss girl or whatever. And this is just what, then we got married quickly and I got pregnant. And this is, like we're saying, life goes so quick. 4 years later, 4 kids in, etc. So this is not the life I had for myself, but this is kind of what happened.
Great with for.
So a lot of men are kind of like,
she felt success.
Yeah, a lot of men are like so ungrateful. You're married to Steph Curry. You should be grateful that this is your life. A lot of people love to be in your situation. Blah blah. But my perspective is like, it's such a human experience, yeah. Because sometimes rich people aren't allowed to have human experiences. To have an idea of what your life will be, and not to then to live that life, it can still kind of mess you up. Not that you're ungrateful for your life, but you say, "Oh, I dreamt all my life will be one way. Yeah. Now I am more known as the wife off. Yeah, and than Aisha Curry. Even if, no matter how successful she becomes in life, she's going through the wife off stuff.
And you know what? I feel like as well, it's one of those situations where to be the wife of a superstar, you have to give up so much. Like
that's
your whole life, bro. Your whole life is just supporting that person
until he retires.
That's like, bro, no, because you know what? I remember being younger and it's like, oh, this person moves team or whatever. And now that I'm watching like Rio interview people and stuff like that, like Rio interviewing Jed Spence, right? And Jed was like, oh, I went on loan here, but I was living in a hotel. I was living in this place. I had no friends, nobody to talk to. I didn't really like the food, whatever. You forget that, if this person moves from Manchester United to Real Madrid, you've got to move to Madrid. Yeah. You've got to move your whole family over there. Perfect. Even when Spice was talking about
Beckham going to LA.
Yeah. No, even before LA, when she's like going to Spain, she's like, I hated it here. Like the kids, school, this, that.
And this is Victoria Beckham. Yeah, she was before Beckham. She was before Beckham as well as he was David Beckham. This is not like Aisha Curry became Aisha Curry because of Steph. Mm-hmm. She was Victoria, whatever, I can't remember her name right now. Before she even married David Beckham. So she still had to be the one to sacrifice.
And then now imagine you're a young girl and you're, I don't want to say feeding into like feminism and stuff like that because it reduces it. Yeah. But you have what you want for your life. Yes. And you know that I don't want to just be somebody's wife at the end of the day. Yes. I want to have my own thing, my own whatever. However, you found this guy, you like this guy, and at the end of the day, we got to make the right business decision. Yeah. What's good for the... What is there really anything that I could do to overtake you being in the NBA, making...
And he wasn't
hundreds of millions.
He wasn't even supposed to be the Steph Curry he is. And then she's asked to make those adjustments on the fly. Whatever perception of reality she built for herself and she had for herself and all her life, not to be just a mother of 4, and which is a beautiful thing. But if it's not the only thing you wanted in life, you thought you were going to be one. And that's kind of how I viewed when she said, "Is like I never wanted these things," and it kind of just happened. But then because maybe in the past she said things like, "Oh, I want as much self-esteem. I want men to look at me. I want men to give me that gaze." Because she said that, so every time she talks now, people are like, "Oh, she's at it again."
Like,
we're not actually hearing what she's trying to say.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, you got to mourn the life you wanted. You got to mourn the life you thought you wanted. The life you thought you needed. Do you get what I'm saying? Because like at the end of the day, bro. Do you know, like, you have to give up so much. Like, even just hearing like Savannah talk as well, just like everything really is catered around these people. Even like hearing Roy Keane, Jamie Carragher, all these people talking like, yo, if you cool, your career is short, but it's still 15 years that this person can essentially not do anything unless it's
for 15 years. I have to put myself, because I put myself second to, like, my life, my existence becomes secondary to you, because you have to chase greatness. And it's like, it's so selfless, and that's why those people like LeBron, he says it all the time, it's like, this is only possible because of Savannah. This is only possible because if Savannah didn't hold it down, I am maybe not the LeBron I am today.
Facts.
Like, so
because I'm not a father.
Bro,
I have to go and fly to Toronto. I need to fly over here. I need to fly.
I'm in Minnesota. By the time I'm home for 2 days, and I'm on the road again.
Yeah, even look at Sterling saying that out of like 5 years, he spent one Christmas at home. Maybe. Yeah. Like, it's literally Christmas Day. He's got to go. There's a game tomorrow. I've got to do this. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but once again, the minute you're rich, you're not allowed to have problems anymore. The minute you're rich,
literally what I said on the timeline. I was having a conversation with Cesna. I'm like, because she is who she is in a position of privilege, her saying this is not the life I wanted will tell her, shut up, man, because look at your wealth. Do you know? Because like, how could you not want this life? And I don't think she's talking about the life that she has, because it's hard not to be grateful. I don't know her obviously, but like I would imagine being in that position, you're grateful that you never have to worry about money, blah 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 blah. But it's also okay. It's just you. We see mothers that are not Steph Curry's wife that say, now my life is different. I had to sacrifice so much. I lost a part of myself. But once you're rich, those human feelings, they get reduced to be like, yeah, well, you're Steph Curry's wife.
But the thing is, like people forget, your palace can be your prison. Like, you know, I'd be dropping gems. Like, because like, just because cool, I have 100 million or whatever. Like, okay, even look at the footballers. Yeah, they have all this money and they have like 2 weeks to spend it.
Yeah, back to work, nigga.
And like, even those 2 weeks, you eat too much, you do whatever, you come back overweight. Now everyone's making fun of you. Look at me, he's fat.
You couldn't even enjoy your life for 2 weeks,
bro.
He said he's a professional. He's training. Oh man, I played football for 10 months. Let me chill.
I'm trying to get drunk one day, and this paparazzi's catching me falling out of the club. All of a sudden, I've got behavioral issues.
I was watching the Dallas Cowboys. They did a documentary. One of their wide receiver, Michael Irvin, during the offseason, he would blow off steam. Cocaine, partying, hotel. He said he worked so hard, and this was like the 4th to 5th year. They won like 3 out of Super Bowls in 4 years or something. So they were performing at the highest peak level. So during one summer, he just blew off some mad steam, and he got caught. And he said, "I worked so hard, I felt like I needed to party that hard." I'm like, it will catch up to you somewhere. You have to be like, I need to blow it off.
I don't know, man. Like I just felt like it's the same way, like. Because I'm somewhere in the middle of, you know, when rich people are like, oh, money doesn't solve all your problems, but it's only ever rich people that say that shit.
Yeah.
Like, but let me see first. Let me see. Let me find out. Let me find out for myself.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, though, like, money can't make you not depressed.
Yeah.
Like, and also the thing is,
you're
like,
still a human. You're still going through human feelings.
Like, people forget how desensitized things become so quickly. Like, everything that you said you wanted that you overlook now. Like, okay, let's even put it this way, right? You worked so hard to get this house.
Yeah. It's just a house.
Now I'm going home.
Yeah.
It's nothing else, but
everything becomes your norm. And once everything becomes your norm, you go back to feeling like the human being in that norm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then now I'm going to be craving even madder shit to fill that void or whatever. So like, I get it.
So I get this. One time I was like someone put up a tweet saying like, men really like to let us know how they would behave. Every time Aisha Curry speaks, men let us know how they would behave if they married the man of their dream.
Facts.
Because all the men are like, shut up, man, you're very stuff because this one you would want, or maybe they think that like, if I created this life, my woman should be happy. But I'm like, you're not thinking like her whole existence is secondary to most people until I read her. I even want to read her Wikipedia because people are like, why didn't she do anything for herself? She's written cookbooks. She's done this. She's started businesses. Anybody care? You're Steph Curry's wife.
You didn't. You don't have the all time 3 records. Like,
did you win unanimous MVP? No, you didn't. Sorry.
The thing is also like, and I think it's treated differently because she's a woman, and I think patriarchy and all this whatever. Yeah. It's like, oh, not a woman's job is to be secondary, but it's to be support essentially.
Yeah,
and that's how they look at it. So it's like, get over it. But it's like, yo, this is still a whole person who had their own wants, dreams, and everything. And do you know how annoying it is to be looked at as like Mariah Carey's husband is a billionaire, but you know who he is to me? Mariah Carey's husband.
You know, Nick Cannon went on the Breakfast Club and talked about how much that bothered him. Be Mariah Carey's husband.
Bro,
he talked about how his ego couldn't handle it.
He is the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah.
And I'm still only known for being Mariah. I have been hustling since I was a teenager.
I have been famous every single department. Everything I've done, I've been successful in.
Bro,
music.
You have been famous since you were a teenager. Bro, people have been asking for you've gone through people asking for your autograph, people asking for pictures. Everywhere you go, you're special. And the minute you get with this person, you are just a side piece.
He said
you're a handbag.
He said his ego couldn't handle it, and it led him to do things that to fill that void.
But the thing is, because I think the way people look at it is that you're a man, you're supposed to be the leader, you're supposed to be the provider. That's why I think they understand it more when it's a man saying that. But when it's a woman saying it, it's like, oh,
you got everything.
You got everything. You can go buy any bag you want.
Yeah, you're in a situation that everybody would dreams of. You're married to a superstar. He's faithful to you. We don't hear any rumors about Steph. Yeah, not even an inkling.
But the thing is, though, like, you are keeping it a buck. The thing is, though, like, all of those things are cool, and like, it's also, you still have to be a human at the end of the day. And like, I remember seeing this thing, and one guy was saying the difference between men and women is women want they want to be adored, they want admiration, they want you to be like, oh, they're beautiful, they're this, they're that. You got to constantly feed them that, and you got to constantly feed them that. Whereas with men, you got to be like grateful and like be like, oh, thank you,
respect.
This and that. Not even respect. I can't remember the word you used,
yeah.
but like, they want you to be like, yes, thank you, I really appreciate you doing that, whatever. Now,
gratitude,
if I'm Steph's wife, the thing is, men respect men, right? A lot of the time, men respect men.
Yeah.
So because Steph is so great, sometimes they're not even going to sexualize her, and because of that, I'm missing a part of me that I don't want to admit that I want, but I also do. It
would be nice.
It would be nice. Somebody say, "Yo, let me get a piece of that."
I can't remember someone saying that. I remember when Stormzy was going out to Maya Jama the first time around. So I can't even look at Maya Jama like that. That's Stormzy's girl, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
Stormzy's brethren.
Not like for a Steph, like, it's gonna be like, yo, that's Steph's babe. Like, even look at the way people talk about Savannah.
Yeah, that's the Brown's wife.
That's the only good woman left.
That's the Brown. Because even it's Cardi on the same Call Her Daddy. She did an interview and she was like, she feels that men respect married women more, because when she was married to Offset, she was like, men would be like, that's Offset's babe, they'll be off. Facts. Whereas women, it wouldn't be, they would look at a husband and still like, they won't look at like Cardi's husband. Whereas everybody was like you're saying about Savannah, that's Brown's wife, man. That's cool. She's cool.
Yeah, there's certain things you can't say about Savannah. Even when people are talking about Savannah online, it's the most respectful shit.
Yeah. It's just like the only good woman left, Savannah. And she probably earned that respect in a way because she was so supportive of her husband to be great, and she never said anything. She basically did like she did the whole gratitude thing that men are portraying to have on Aisha Curry. Yeah. So she played a role essentially.
Yeah, but and it's just like I think it's just like people. It just gets reduced to like, yo, I do understand, like, yeah, you thought that, oh, men are the head, woman is the neck, blah 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 blah, all this nonsense. But yo, this is still a little girl that had her own dreams. Yeah. And even,
that's how I saw.
And it's just one of those situations where, do you know how shit it is that even when you've achieved everything you've achieved, people can just turn it down to, of course, that's Steph's wife, of course she's gonna get.
You're in a position, because I was having that conversation. People were like saying, yeah, well, she's married to a rich guy, she's in such a privileged position. Why didn't she still chase all her dreams? And I'm like, because sometimes when you becoming a mom, is also, you just think, oh, yes, the nanny. So people don't want to do that. They want to be the ones looking after their kids. So like, again, we experience it like on a micro scale where you have like one kid and your wife, and like I can see that how much it changes them and how much it's not just as easy as like, oh, get someone else to mind them, because they want to be participating in their kids' life. It's not just as easy as like, oh, we'll get nannies, or then I can go chase my dreams and still become that boss girl, especially when I don't have to. This guy's, he's on a 250 million 4-year contract, man. Wow.
Yeah, but also even funny enough, because like I saw old video, because I think Cardi was on Love and Hip Hop, or something, and when she was with her ex-man or whatever, she was in the meeting and he calls and she's like, oh, anytime, because he was in jail or whatever, anytime my man calls I pick up, because like it's a jail call, innit? And he can't call whenever he wants. And she was like, oh, she's in the meeting talking about this before she really started her career, and this guy's telling her, you don't need to do that, I'll take care of you when I come home. Imagine like how many women's women that could have been absolutely great
Yeah.
have been destroyed by a man that wanted to do, I'm the big boss.
I'm the man.
Bro,
And then
that's so crazy.
You resent him and you hate yourself for it. And that's your existence. And people realize we're not here for a long time. Like Aisha Curry is probably looking at her life now thinking like we were saying, like play.
Close your eyes, like,
15,
play, like, play.
15
You're
years has gone.
something.
Yeah, now she's looking at like, wow, 4 kids in and I've never became or never pursue the things I thought I would become. And that's hard to deal with. But again, like you're saying, once you're rich, you don't have problems.
Yeah, but like,
you don't have
it's one
problems.
of those things, and like once again, like everybody has these same thoughts, but just because her husband is Steph,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like
She can't express those thoughts. Yeah.
yeah.
You saw this.
Your man only earns 250 M's, like, bro.
You saw it the same way I did. I think, but men on the internet sometimes someone says it's weak men that get frustrated, but things have nothing to do with them.
Facts,
I was laughing. I was like, fair enough.
Yeah,
But some of these are just talking pieces, man. They're just talking
Yeah,
pieces.
nah, man. I don't know. But to be fair, what else has been happening?
I think we covered a good bit.
We covered a good bit.
Yeah,
I feel like.
If you don't hear from us again, don't worry.
Yeah, once again, let's reiterate. We're doing this because we're bored.
Yeah.
This is for us. We're not posting this, are we?
No one listens to this anyway.
Look, so if you fuck with us, you're here because you fuck with us.
Yeah.
And that's why there's not going to be, charges here this week, whatever. Also, because, you know what? I was thinking about it, right?
Go on.
I was having this conversation the other day because I was saying to someone, I was like, we might be recording next week. And I think the thing that ruined podcasting for us, because I remember I was saying, I'm not gonna lie, I missed the shit.
Yeah.
But I didn't think I'd miss it as much as I have.
Yeah.
And it was one of those situations, everything that got ruined about podcasting was us trying to quote unquote make it.
Yeah.
And I
trying
think
to pop.
that's why when we came back the second time and we started doing the rollout.
Yeah, to go. Goodbye.
Because we didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Times where we would have said, oh, let's record 2 today.
Yeah.
We're like,
If you get one, you get one, man.
If you get one, you get one. You
be
guys
alright.
be grand. But that was because of what we started going back to being free, and like there was no pressure. We could do whatever we say. We don't have to talk to anybody. We can do whatever kind of situation. And I think that's when it was the most fun.
Yeah.
And even with this, I'm still kind of struggling with posting this, just because once again, I think I've seen one podcast that had an actual proper end. Every other one, just one day they just stop posting and they disappear.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like
We said goodbye properly.
we did it perfectly.
Yeah.
And it was like the most perfect ending. And it's like, you can't recreate that. So the minute you post something again or you're back, once again, we're not back.
Yeah.
it ruins that.
I hear it.
But then again, fuck it.
But yeah, sometimes it's like an MMA fighter, they have the most perfect ending and then come back for one more fight. Who cares, man?
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Who cares? Like Mike Tyson came back.
Oh, real fun at QPR, man. That's what we're doing now.
Right? Like Dustin Poirier, they put the fight in Louisiana, his hometown. Max Holloway, BMF, say goodbye to your people. He fought, now he's entertaining another fight. Be grand, man.
Even what's going, even John Jones, I'm not gonna fight him. Wait, you might have doing it at the White House. Yeah, I'm gonna fight.
So even if you guys just see the audio, you see the audio. If you see a visual, you see the visual. But I've enjoyed this. Oh yeah.
So it's been a
Anyways,
minute.
we are charged.
Bang bang.
This is the podcast with the highest level of knowledge culture needs. I'm Uncle Jay. Oh wait, I'm Daddy Jay. We must call me Jordan. I'm here with.
You know it's your girl's favorite voice, Big Dage nigga with the Midas touch.
Come on. And as you've been listening, we're just here chopping it up, chatting shit. But we just want to do it with the cameras and on mics. And
Yeah,
then you know what's been happening in our life because we're bored.
And you know what? There's no 2 angles this time. There's no nothing special. There's no bells and whistle. You get what you get.
And if you made it to the end of this podcast and you didn't like anything that we said, well, you can charge it.
Bang bang.
Thank you for listening.